Hello, my beanie family. So, I just kind of wanted to do a brief update for you guys. This will probably be more than one video as I don't know how much space I have on my phone right now. And there's just so much to catch up on. First things first, I am very, 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 very self-conscious right now about my chin hair. Because I am taking a prenatal vitamin and I'm on all these other sorts of vitamins to help with my pregnancy and help with my skin and my face and everything, it has made my chin hair like super thick. And in my past videos I explained that like I have to wait till it comes in a little bit thick before I take it off. Otherwise, like if I remove it or if I shave it, I don't get all of the hairs and stuff. It's hard for me to get it out. So I just kind of let it get thick until it's time to move. Until it's time to remove it. Sorry, I'm like mom brain mixed with pregnancy brain. It's real. But with that being said, just please ignore the chin hair. I know no one mentions it or talks about it until I point it out, but I don't know why, I just feel the need to. It's just one of my insecurities. And it's just been way more forward since I've been pregnant, like with my emotions and things like that and body changes. So I just kind of, just I bring it up. So I'm sorry in advance. But that being said, I just kind of wanted to update you guys. Since finding out that I'm pregnant and finally revealing to you guys that I am pregnant, there's just been so much going on in between the scenes, in between all of that. So I am just going to update you guys as much as I can in this video. So, while I'm talking to you guys, I'm going to be taking a lot of my medicine. I just have a few things, and I hope you guys don't mind. But I am hungry, so I'm going to eat a little bit. I've been dealing with so much nausea and so much vomiting. So when I can eat and I do have a bit of an appetite, I like to try to eat. So right now, I am on some prescription medication. One of them is I take my anxiety medicine. I usually take herbs and supplements that help with my anxiety naturally, but with being pregnant, there is a lot that I can't take, and I am going to be 1000% honest with you guys. I just, because of my past, and you guys already know, with past pregnancies that didn't occur, I am very, very cautious about what I put into my body. If there isn't enough research on the natural product in pregnancy, I just don't take it. The one thing I still stick to though is taking my maca. I am taking ashwagandha, which I need to buy more of, just because I did take those with my last pregnancy. But with my last pregnancy as well, because it took me so long to conceive, I didn't want to do anything to jeopardize my pregnancy. So I just take that. Right now I am currently on a prescription prenatal, because I have a folic acid deficiency and, an iron one. I just like to make sure that I took that out already. I just like to make sure, and they want to make sure that I get all of the vitamins that I need. Folic acid is very important for pregnancy, because it could lead to birth defects and possible MC if you don't have enough levels of them. So they give me a little horse pill of vitamins. I was taking one that I had bought, but just to be on the safe side, to really make sure that I got everything I need, they just put in a prescription for me, and they did the same thing last pregnancy. I am on omeprazole. I don't want to show too much, but I have acid reflux because of hiatal hernia, and with the hiatal hernia and acid reflux, it can get worse during pregnancy. And when I don't take it, which there's been times where I'm like, oh, I think I can go a couple days without it, I have gotten really bad acid reflux. So that is to keep that at bay, to keep the acid down. Because sometimes too, when I'm laying down sleeping at night, I wake up choking, I wind up vomiting, choking on my vomit, so we don't need that. So just catching up on all my prescriptions right now. And the last thing I'm taking is doxylamine. It's basically for nausea. I have severe morning sickness, and when I say morning sickness, it is all day, every day sickness. They put me on Zofran. So they put me on Doxy first, and then Doxy wasn't cutting it really. So on my past visit, which was like a week or two ago, I can't even remember, they switched me to Zofran. And what I noticed, I'm so dry. What I noticed about the Zofran was, it tasted horrible, so I almost gagged trying to take it. I'll get into that effect later. There's just so much going on, but that was giving me headaches, and I don't know if it happened to any other moms being pregnant, but Zofran was causing me to get a headache. And for me to test the theory, I'm like, I wasn't getting headaches before. If I did get a headache, it was like early in pregnancy, or sometimes when it rains I get headaches. But I took it for like 2 or 3 days. Yeah, 2 or 3 days, and I was like, okay, I have a headache. So I'm like, let me just stop taking this for a day or so to go back to my doxy and see if like it goes away. And so 2 days I was just on doxy, and then I took the Zofran again after the doxy, and sure enough, I had a headache. So I just was like, let me just go back to this and then let them know that it wasn't working my next visit, and see if there was something else they can prescribe. But hopefully, I don't have another appointment for a few weeks until I go to my 20-week anatomy scan. And if I'll be in my second trimester. Actually, I'm entering my second trimester tomorrow. This is all current update, like real life. It's October, my God. It's December 20th. Yeah, December 20th. So I'll be 13 weeks tomorrow, which is entering my second trimester. And, so with this pregnancy, it's just a lot different, like a lot different. And, I'm not used to not having so many appointments that I did. Like, I am high risk, but I'm not as high risk as I was with my first pregnancy with the twins. I had way more appointments, a lot more going on. With this pregnancy, I don't have as many appointments. There's a few things that they're doing early, like my glucose, and I'll be doing my anatomy scan at 20 weeks, and then I see my regular doctor at 4 weeks. But I'm just not used to not having as many ultrasounds as I did with my first pregnancy. I had about 3 or 4 ultrasounds and pictures with my other two by the time I was 13 weeks, which this one, it's just completely different. So what's been keeping me calm in between those is this beautiful thing right here, an at-home Doppler, just to check the heartbeat and everything, just to make sure when I hear a heartbeat, I feel calm. So, first things first, since being pregnant, it has been a whirlwind of sickness. I have been weak. I haven't been able to film anything. I haven't been able to vlog. I haven't really been able to function properly. Hence why I haven't, well, I didn't want to tell you guys that I was pregnant before I told my family and before I told everybody else. And I'm sorry that this sit down video doesn't have my husband in it. He will be in a video soon. He's on vacation, and he's been kind of had some like hang out with the guys and things like that. And we just haven't really had a minute to really just sit down and vlog and talk. And to be honest, I was going to like go out, be somewhere nice. But with having 2 toddlers, being pregnant, let's be real, the only time I have to record a sit down video and talk to you guys is when they're sleeping. So I will try my best to have him sit down and talk about everything, because he wants to share everything and how he feels and where he's at with this pregnancy as well. So I'm going to try to really get him to sit down and do a video. um, so as you guys seen, in one of my videos, I had posted that I was sick. And in that video, I am pregnant, and I had already had severe nausea. Like the morning sickness kicked in with a vengeance. When I tell you, like, the moment that I found out that I was pregnant, which is one of my symptoms that led me to take a test, I'm going to do a whole separate video on that because there are some things that I just completely missed. And when I tell you, like, each pregnancy is so different, and it's not even funny. Like, this entire pregnancy is different. I have some similar symptoms and like cravings and things like that, like as in my first pregnancy, but this one is completely different. And and just to put the topper on it, like I said, I had gotten sick, and I've been sick for nearly a month. I'm still kind of congested, but I've been sick for over a month now. I had a severe sinus infection, and then I had streptococcus, and I've just been battling sickness since then. I don't have it here, but so after I posted that video that I was sick, and I was wanting to update you guys, I couldn't. It was awful. So I've been really sick, and almost to the point where, like, if I can't stop also vomiting and getting sick, they might put me on IV fluids to make sure that I am properly hydrated, which I'm trying to get down this second cup of water. Some days are better than others. It hasn't been as bad as it was in the beginning, but it's still like a lot. I have food aversions. So like I said, I eat, which I'm going to in a second finish eating. And I do have an appetite, and I do have room for things. So yeah, it's just been crazy. It's been so crazy, but it's also been amazing all at the same time. Like, I am trying to really salvage every moment with this pregnancy, because we don't know. We're back and forth on if we want more after this one. I do know, and I stand by this 1000%. I will not, if we decide to have another baby, like, I'm oathing that these three will be in school the next time I get pregnant. When I tell you, being pregnant with toddlers and being sick is no joke. And I had this whole idea of having them close in age and being done and just getting them here and out of the way. That's how I thought. And I know, like, my next pregnancy could be a total breeze, but if that is not the case, I just need my children to be in school, so that way, just be in school, and for them to be even more independent, if that makes sense. Like, if I'm sick, you know, I can lay some snacks out for them, and they can have a snack, or they can entertain themselves while I get a nap in. You know, it's been hard. I'm gonna be 1000% honest. It's been a hard, rough pregnancy so far. I did have a little scare with in the beginning of my pregnancy. I would say at like maybe about 9 weeks, because I had already gotten my ultrasound done, and I'm kind of sad about that because my husband did not get a picture of our first a video of our first ultrasound, because I couldn't. But there's many more appointments to come. But at the same time, we were both very nervous because we were scared as heck to find out that we were having twins again, and on top of it all, scared that they weren't going to find a heartbeat, because as you all know, trauma in the past of, you know, I don't want to say too much in this video because I didn't put a trigger warning, but as you all know, my past with the two babies, it's just really hard to not be afraid. You know, you want to enjoy the pregnancy, but it's very hard to not be scared and just cautious with every week that goes by. And every week that goes by and the baby's okay, it's just a blessing. So I'm not too upset that he wasn't focused on getting it all on camera. Plus, there was not much to see anyway, because With my first pregnancy, we were able to say bam, two babies. One, it was like they were saying hi, mommy, daddy. It was so darn cute. But with this one, because I had a C-section, the scarring internally, they couldn't really capture the baby that well, and the baby was so tiny. And again, we also want to be, well, not again, but I didn't let you guys know that we are going to have another surprise, so we don't want to know. So if I say he, if I say she, don't get all excited. I'm just, I'm going to be saying he a lot because I feel like it's a boy. But don't think that like that's what I'm having, because I don't know. So, but majority of the time I just say she or he. It just slips out, and it that's just how things are. So I don't have I don't have a video of my first ultrasound. But there was, like I said, there was not much to see, and I also have a tilted uterus, so my uterus tilted back, and the baby was kind of towards the back anyway. So we were able to see a little something, but there was not that much to see in the video. I mean, in the ultrasound. But there was something to see during the second time, which was a scare, which was actually a week later. So I went in about 8 weeks, I believe. And then about 9 weeks, a little bit after my ultrasound, which was crazy because the baby grew so much in between. And when I say so much in between, the baby grew so much. So we were able to see a bill head and little nubbits just starting to form. But I had some spotting happening, and I was totally terrified. I didn't have any spotting at all with my first pregnancy. So, and then of course Google, when you Google something, they tell you you're damn near dying. So like that was the worst, to kind of try to Google my symptoms and everything of what was going on. But I had some like brown spotting, like it was blood. And so I didn't go to the doctors that night. I just kind of kept an eye on it because I really didn't want to go to the emergency room. I just really didn't. I didn't want to have to sit in an emergency room all night long. I know that's probably going to sound stupid to some people, but I just felt more comfortable to keep an eye on things. Like, obviously, if I started cramping and having heavy bleeding, I was going to go. But it was just spotting, and I really just wanted to go to my regular OB because they know me, they know everything that's going on, and I just didn't feel comfortable going to some strangers. So I went the next day, and I wanted my husband there with me because if I was having an MC, I did not want to be sitting there in a hospital by myself while this was happening. Obviously, I'm pretty sure if I called my family, they would have rushed over and got to my kids right away, but I just didn't want them up all night and them not sleeping. And then if I was having an MC, I didn't want to be, have tired, cranky kids the next day while I'm trying to process everything. And so I had my father-in-law watch them the next day because I had the issue on a Sunday, and on a Monday I was able to just let him know, like, hey, can you come and watch them so that way I can go and get things checked out. So he came and watched the kids. Of course, he didn't know what was going on. I just told him that I need to go to the doctors because I was having like some gallbladder issues because I do have gallbladder problems. So, I just told him, hey, can you come and watch them while I went to the doctors, and I wanted Will to come with me because I was in pain and I didn't want to drive by myself. And so anyway, so the next day they got me in right away, which was nice. And then I got an ultrasound and I was bawling my eyes out. Like, I was trying to keep calm, but before they could even do anything, I just started crying. But the lady, the ultrasound tech, was so amazing. I have a new one and I love her so much. Like, she is the freaking best. Like, she actually keeps, like, it's just her vibe. Like, my other ultrasound tech was nice. She was cool, but something about this new ultrasound tech lady, she was just a whole entire vibe. Like, when I tell you, she was just calm. She, was understanding. It's just her vibe was so nice. And then to top it off, she gave me pictures as well. Like, I didn't have to. The last time I had a few scares with my first pregnancy, they didn't give me nothing. She didn't give me jack. This lady was like, no, here's some pictures. You can see the little baby, and he grew so much from like an entire week. Like, we went and checked on a Thursday, and by that Monday, the baby grew double in size. And I'm like, wow. But makes me wonder, like, am I gonna have a chunky baby on my hands? But yeah, she was nice. Like I said, she gave me a lot of pictures and reassured me everything was fine. And basically, oh god, my joints. Basically, they chalked it down to like some implantation bleeding, and dark blood is like basically blood that's been left over in the uterus that is coming down, like the end of a period or the beginning of a period or something. Like, when the blood sits up there, it just gets darker, and then when it comes out, like, that's because it's just been sitting there. Now, they would have been even more concerned maybe if it was like bright red, which I know all about that. So everything was cool. Everything looked great. Baby's doing amazing, as you guys can see. And so that was that. And then again, right after that, at Thanksgiving, I told my family, and then boom, I started going downhill with the nausea, the vomiting, and well, my food's probably ice cold now. The vomiting, and I got a sinus infection, and I've been battling that for a while. And it sucks because there was not much that they can give me while being pregnant. So like, I was trying to manage all of my symptoms on my own, steam and like Mucinex and Sudafed and all that, drinking tea, and like, again, I would have probably been able to knock this cold out the parks with all my holistic things. But again, with certain medications. See, I call my my herbal stuff medication, because that's medicine to me. So when I talk about medication, they think I'm talking about like pharmaceutical stuff. No, I call my other things like medication. But I would have been able to knock it all out with some of the stuff. But again, there isn't a lot of research on it with pregnancy. And again, when you have been in the situation I've been in, you get so scared, you don't want to risk things. So if some of the things that they've given people have been okay, no damaging to the baby or the mom, and people been taking it for centuries, then I'm gonna try it, And so they gave me I went to the doctors, and they gave me amoxicillin. It's helped a little bit. Like, it didn't cure it. It took forever for it to kick in and for it to work. But it just took forever. I got better for about a week, and then and at the same time, me and my 2 kids were sick. One of my twins was just as sick as I was, having a cough. The other one, a slight fever, nothing too crazy, which I did what I normally do for them to get them to feel better. And then we all got better. And then after like Thanksgiving and between Christmas decorating, I just started going back downhill from there. And then so did one of my sons. He started getting sick again too. And so I went back to the doctors. I'm trying this here. I tried that, and I can only use that once a day. It tells me I can only do 2 pumps, but I did like 3. Like, I need to be better. I have children. I have, and being sick and pregnant is just hard. So far that's a little bit of the update. I don't want to make this too crazy and too long. If you guys want to see my belly, I'll show you. So right now, where I'm at this very moment, I'll be 13 weeks tomorrow. Just trying to, basically from the moment I found out till now, I've just been trying to survive. I've been trying to survive. I've been trying to get through this sickness. Right now, like my nose, this one is still clogged. I can breathe through this one, but they take turns getting clogged, but it's painful all up in here. Very painful. They did another streptococcus test. They did RSV. They did SARS. I don't know what that is. I think she said SARS. I don't know, some kind of sickness that's been going around. It's been crazy out here. Everyone's been getting very sick. So I'm busting my masks out again when I go out in public. That the big C virus is going around again. Where I live, and a lot of our friends and families are getting it again. So I'm a little bit scared about that. It's like the numbers have been starting to go back up, and I don't need that. So right now, I've just been trying to manage my symptoms, trying to get through this morning sickness, this everyday sickness. I have been keeping my mind at ease with this Doppler, and I can do a whole other video on the Dopplers that I have and how I get through that mentally. And that's pretty much it. I've just been in bed. I've left the house a couple times, going out tomorrow. We've been, you know, visiting in-laws and things like that. I will be uploading a video of me telling my family that I'm pregnant soon. And then I'm going to do an entire separate video. I really want to do an entire separate video. And it'll be a sit-down one of telling my husband how I found out, why I took a test, all this, like all the good nitty-gritty things. You guys seen a little bit of that in my previous video of announcing that I'm pregnant. But I haven't told you. I lost the footage of like everything that perspired that day that I found out that I was pregnant. And just how I'm prepping my kids and letting them know another baby's coming and trying to get them to kind of understand for the level of an age that they're at, and understanding things. But I just kind of wanted to give you guys a quick update and, well, a couple of things, you know. I told my mom, I told my husband's family, and I told my family on Thanksgiving Day, and I am so glad that I did. I'm so glad that I did. Because it was needed that day. I'm glad I didn't tell them sooner. I'm glad I didn't tell them the day that we were all together, like that Sunday that I actually had the little scare of the, you know, the spotting, because we were all together. We went out to eat, and then everybody came back to my house, and it was so hard not to tell my family then, but I'm glad I did. And so I'll share that in another video, and I actually think I'll have my husband in that video as well with me, because that's a special day. It's gonna be a special video. They're short clips. It's not really a long process of me telling them. I told them in a sweet, quick way, and like I said, I'll put that in its own video. And I'm just so excited to now that you guys know, to bring you guys along this journey with me. There's so much to be done, so much to be done, and trying to prep for this next baby. The one blessing that I have is I don't have to buy anything except for like a handful of things for myself and a handful of things for the new baby, but we pretty much have everything that we need because we have 2 babies at once with my first pregnancy, so we saved everything. When I say everything, the only thing I'm probably going to rebuy is like the burp cloths, because those are kind of ruined for a whole bunch of different reasons, and I kind of want fresh new ones, but I'll get into all that later. But you know, I'm just so excited that you guys know, and this pregnancy really did come as a surprise. Like, it was really a surprise. I was not, when I tell you, I was not expecting to be pregnant at all anytime soon. I had actually mentally that night, well, the night that I posted the video of me, the day that I posted the video of me crying, that day in that video, that particular day, after I had the emotional breakdown, and sometimes I just need to do that. I needed to get that out. I needed to get those feelings out. That day, I had mentally prepared myself for a long journey. Like that night, after I dried all my tears, after I got back home, after the like I just accepted, like, okay, my period's coming. You're upset right now because you're not pregnant. You know, it's okay. I literally pep talked myself, and I was just telling myself, like, you're just ready for this next journey. You know, we've been trying, and it'll be a good footage for people to know that, like, it's okay to go the next route to conceive the blessing that you want. And so I was just ready to, I was mentally ready to start the fertility journey and taking treatments and, you know, the whole process of that. So when I tell you, finding out that I was pregnant, like, the next day or the day before, like 2 days before, because the time frame of it, I can't remember, like, if it was I was supposed to go the next day to my appointment or if it was like a couple days before that appointment, but I just know that I found out the day before I was supposed to go into the doctor's office to discuss next treatments. I found out. So when I tell you, like, I wasn't expecting it, it was a wonderful surprise. A wonderful, wonderful, wonderful surprise. And I just feel like the universe works in mysterious ways, and I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm still nervous. But and I have gonna end this video right here because we're going on about 30 minutes. But I am still nervous. And that's a whole nother segment, but I'm just trying to stay positive with this pregnancy. Like, I feel good about this pregnancy. Like, I feel like things are going to be all right, but I would not be telling the truth if I didn't say that there was some fears in the back of my brain. You know what I mean? So with that being said, my food is kind of cold, so I think I'm gonna go warm it up. But I just kind of wanted to kind of give you guys a quick brief update, so I'm not leaving you guys hanging from the last video. So I love you guys. It is actually late. I think it's about 9 o'clock because we put the kids down around 8, so it's about 9 something probably. And I just kind of want to get settled because my anxiety medicine makes me sleepy, and I know it's going to kick in soon. So I want to eat this and kind of relax for the rest of the night, because I have been experiencing a little bit of Braxton Hicks. And they said that it's normal when it's your second pregnancy to start experiencing Braxton Hicks. But I've also been, like, throwing up a lot and a little bit of dehydration going on. So that's why I've been trying to chug water and stuff like that to try to keep myself hydrated when I can, because when I'm throwing up and vomiting, nothing wants to stay down. So when I have that moment to really get the water in, I do. So it's been a doozy. But I love you guys, and thank you all so much for the congratulations. Thank you so much for the kind words. Thank you so much for the following. I'm hitting 60. I think I hit 64 subscribers, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy, and I really appreciate the support. I appreciate the people that send messages and the comments. You know, being on this journey, it's still a long journey ahead. I'm, you know, trying to stay upbeat and positive. But those who have experienced loss, and a lot of it, trying to conceive, you guys get my skeptibility or skepticalness of it all. I shouldn't say skeptical, but, like, you understand the feeling and the fear behind it as well as the excitement. Like, sometimes there's some days where it's hard to be excited because it's like, you know, I'm now starting to feel the baby move. They're not big movements, obviously, because I'm very early on, but I feel flutters. I feel the baby flutter a lot, especially after I drink something. And so when I go a day without feeling that, it's like, is everything okay? Like, I get scared. And, you know, I don't want to overuse this thing. I really don't. But it's the only thing that gives me peace of mind. You know what I mean? Like, I try not to do this because honest to God, I would do this every damn day if I could, but I don't want to, like, I don't want to obsess, if that makes sense. I don't want to obsess with the Doppler. I want to just, you know, okay, it's been a day or so. Let me just make sure everything's fine. And again, I'm also not used to going this long without, you know, an ultrasound. So that's what's also been hard for me. So again, I have to go. I ramble so much, but thank you guys for the support. Thank you for the subscribes. Thank you for all of it. It means a lot to me. And I know people are like, hey, it's only 62 subscribers. That means that there's 62 people that are interested in my journey. 62 people that support me. And it's 62 people that I just love already for just even taking the time to watch my videos. And it's just nice to have people to share things with as well, and just to have an audience that listens. It's almost like a YouTube diary almost. And I love looking back at my videos and looking back at the wonderful comments that give me comfort, because you know, the congratulations and the support, it means a lot to me. Like, you know, I'm somebody that supports other people, and like to be on the other end of being supported, I can see how other people like feel comfort in that, you know. So it means a lot to me, more than any people realize. So thank you for that, and I will keep you guys posted. Now that you guys know on everything, you guys will know the nooks and crannies, the ups and downs, the scares, the happy moments, the cries, to the cravings, you know, all the things that I didn't get a chance to do my first pregnancy because I was terrified to start a YouTube channel. I was scared because people are not so nice. They really aren't. Some people are vicious. But knowing that there are people out there that support me outweighs all of that. So because of that, I will be showing you guys everything. I am going to add a quick note that my video of telling my family that I'm pregnant, which I'm going to put in the next video, that will be the only time you guys ever do see my twins, though, because I don't have the strength to edit and blur all that out. I don't have the strength for that. And when I told my in-laws, they were a part of they basically were a part of revealing that I'm pregnant. So that'll be the only time you guys do see my children, and I will explain that in a whole other video, because that's an emotional and deep, serious video, explaining a lot of things. And I know I don't need to explain myself, but I will, just so people can get an understanding. I'm not like one of those weirdos who just don't want to show their kids. I have very valid reasons. So I'm going to end this here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload a video. And you guys have a wonderful evening. I love you. Bye, Beanie family.